Hello everyone, welcome to KGS. Today in this video, we are going to discuss about a topic which is in news right now, and that is coexisting with tigers outside reserves, right? So what exactly is the topic? Let us try to understand. See, since 1973 in India, we are implementing a project, and that project is Project Tiger, right? Initiated in 1973, right? So as this project is being implemented, it is implemented, let's say, through number of means, but the most important strategy that is used for the implementation of Project Tiger is creation of protected areas, and they are called as tiger reserves. So we in India today have 58 tiger reserves. So based on the number of, let's say, increased number of tiger reserves, we are implementing this particular project, as a result of which, the number of tigers in India has also increased. As per the latest tiger census carried out in India we have almost 3,682 tigers. 3,682 tigers are there as per the latest census conducted in India. So this constitutes 75% of the population of tigers. 75% of tigers are there in India only, right? Now what has happened? So we can say that Project Tiger is successful project. Why? Because the number of tigers has increased significantly in India, especially in last 15 years, right? If you remember, around 2010 the number of tigers was around 1100. Today we have almost 3700 tigers in India. So that clearly shows that yes, Project Tiger has been implemented in a successful manner. But do we have enough forest to let's say give habitat to all these tigers whose number has increased significantly, right? So that is what is the main question. As a result of successful implementation of Project Tiger, there are some management concerns that we are facing now, and those management concerns are, let's say, movement of tigers from the tiger reserve, from the protected areas to the areas which are not exactly protected, which are outside of the protected areas like tiger reserve. Now if this movement is happening, then there are number of concerns that would be posed to the life of, let's say, both human beings as well as these animals, right? So that is what is an important issue. Fine. So first of all, we'll need to understand why tigers are moving out of the let's say tiger reserves. Why they are moving out of the tiger reserves? So first and the most important reason is that as Project Tiger is implemented in a successful manner, number of tigers have increased, and we do not have enough forest for their, let's say, accommodation. Simply put, carrying capacity is getting reached, and that's why tigers are coming out of the tiger reserves, right? See, tigers don't know whether this is a reserve or not. If they see that, okay, trees are there, forest is there, corridors are there, they will move, right? So that is one reason. Increased number of tigers in India as a result of, as a successful implementation of Project Tiger. First. Secondly, for let's say, for getting new territory, for getting new prey, they are moving out, right? For getting prey and for new territory, they are moving out of the conservation reserves, right? Similarly, one more reason we can add here is that why they are moving out. See, in India, the forest, especially let's say the forest in central India, they are quite connected with each other, right? So there are number of corridors which connect the forest with each other, and those corridors facilitate the movement of animals, including tigers. Fine. So due to these reasons, tigers are moving out of the tiger reserves. Now if they are moving out, what are the concerns? The most important concern is, as they are moving out of the tiger reserves, they are moving in the areas where human population is residing. They are moving in human habitation, and as a result of that, there is increased human tiger conflict that we are able to see. right? There are number of instances that can be let's say put forward in order to highlight that yes, in India, tiger human beings conflict has increased. And when this kind of let's say conflict happens, it will lead to, let's say, loss of livestock for farmers, right? These tigers attack the livestock, and then it will be a loss for farmers. Similarly, sometimes human beings are also attacked, right? And then there will be retaliation as well, wherein animals like, let's say, tigers will be attacked. So all this loss we are facing because of the increased instances of human tiger conflict, which is the result of movement of tigers from the tiger reserves to the areas which are not a part of reserves, right? So that is one. Second impact of, let's say, coming out of the tiger reserves. First is human tiger conflict. Second, now as they are coming out of the tiger reserves, we do not have enough monitoring for the tigers who are not there in the reserves, right? See, forests are huge. We have, let's say, forest bureaucracy, we have forest, state forest department that will guard, that will monitor the reserve areas. But it's very difficult to monitor areas which are not a part of reserves. So in those areas, there is a possibility that there would be increased poaching of tigers, right? Poaching may happen, they may face different kind of threats in those areas, right? So that would have a negative impact on the population of tigers. So these are the impacts that we may face if tigers are venturing out of the tiger reserves, right? So are we trying to say that they should only remain in reserves? No. We need to change the approach, the way we are managing tiger reserves, the way we are, let's say, handling the population of tigers. First and the most important thing that we need to do, if this kind of thing is happening wherein tigers are coming out of the tiger reserves, first and the most important thing that we will have to do is to change our conservation strategy. Our conservation strategy right now is conservation reserve based strategy, protected area based strategy. We'll have to change it, and we'll have to, let's say, we'll have to come up with a strategy which will be more landscape based strategy, right? When we talk about, when we carry out tiger census, we take into account landscapes, right? Almost 5 landscapes are there in India. So we take into account those tiger landscapes. So if we want to conserve tigers which are not there in the reserves, we'll have to change the conservation strategy, wherein instead of focusing only on conservation reserve, we should focus on the tiger landscape. That is first thing that we will have to do first. Secondly, as tigers are venturing out of the tiger reserves, and as they are moving into the habitats where human beings are also living, there is a need to build community participation, and through that community participation will have to ensure that there is a coexistence of human beings as well as animals like tigers, right? We'll have to follow this strategy wherein community is made aware, it is trained so that they will be able to avoid human animal conflict, human tiger conflict. Second. Thirdly, now as tigers are moving out of the conservation reserves, or let's say protected areas, tiger reserves, we need to make sure that the corridors through which they are moving are also getting protected. Corridors, protection of corridors is very important, because often instances of poaching occur in these areas, right? So that is third strategy that we'll have to follow. Fourth and very important is, we will have to, let's say, carry out the structural changes in the infrastructure that we build, right? We have already started doing this. We have already started, let's say, having some animal ducts, underpasses, wildlife passes, so that animals can move from one area to another area very easily. So the idea is not to stop the movement of animals. Idea is to go beyond the conservation strategy based, let's say, reserve based strategy based conservation to landscape based strategy conservation, wherein our focus should be on coexistence, right? So that way we will be able to ensure that we can ensure protection to the tigers that are venturing out of the tiger reserves as well, right? So the idea is coexistence and not confinement. So that is about our discussion. Thank you.